Auto rifles are one of the most popular archetypes of weapon in Destiny 2, second to probably only hand cannons. They are rapid fire weapons that can hose enemies with bullets, and whether you enjoy PvP or PvE content, you're going to find an auto rifle that is really good for the job. Well, today I'm going to go through the top 10 auto rifles, plus let you know how to get them so you can be well equipped to take down your enemies quickly and in style in Destiny 2. Without further delay, let's dive into this list of top 10 auto rifles in the game. So first of all, we have Firefight. This one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. So if you like the Crucible, I do recommend picking up Firefight, but for PvP, hammer-forged rifling, ricochet rounds, fragile focus and elemental capacitor would be a very decent role. Hammer-forged rifling increases range, and ricochet rounds also, that increases stability and slightly increases range. Fragile focus is where the weapon gains bonus range until the wielder takes damage, and the bonus returns when no damage is taken for a short duration. Finally, we have elemental capacitor, so increased stats based on the currently equipped subclass. So solar, increase your reload speed, arc, increases handling, void, increases stability, stasis moderately controls recoil and increases movement speed while you are aiming down the sights. Well, to get this one, you can get it from the Presage mission when it is featured in the exotic mission rotator. Well, next up, we have another choice for PvP. So this one is the Suros Regime. It's an exotic kinetic auto rifle with some great perks, and it currently makes this an absolutely devastating option in PvP. Few weapons have withstood the test of time longer than the trusty Suros Regime. This one is Golden Age tech brought to life by the engineers at Suros. It's got a smart matter frame, and it's prized amongst Guardians for both efficiency and also rarity as well. So looking at the exotic perks, we've got Suros Legacy. So the bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has a chance to return health on a kill. We've also got Spinning Up, so holding down the trigger increases that rate of fire. So you can get this from exotic world drops or exotic engrams, and they are random from killing enemies in the wild. Or you can buy this one from Zur when he is selling it, or you can pick up the exotic engram from Zur as well. Well, next up, we've got the Abyss Defiant. This one is a legendary energy auto rifle with a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing, high damage. Weapon is more accurate when you're stationary, moving slowly and aiming down the sights. This one is more of a PvE option, so for PvE, hammer-forged rifling, high caliber rounds, reconstruction, and incandescent would be good. Hammer-forged rifling increases range, high caliber rounds also slightly increases range. Reconstruction, a fantastic perk, is where the weapon slowly reloads itself over time up to double capacity. Then you've got incandescent, so defeating a target spreads scorch to those nearby, and more powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause scorch in a larger radius. To get Abyss Defiant, you want to run Crota's End Raid in Destiny 2, and you can get Abyss Defiant from the first encounter, that is Enter the Abyss, or the final encounter, and that of course is Crota. Well, next up, we've got the Old Sterling. This one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with an adaptive frame. I mean, it's got wear-only grip, it's reliable, and it's sturdy. The origin trait for this one is field tested, so defeating targets or dealing damage with a weapon gradually increases the range, stability, handling, and reload speed. Once again, this is more of a PvE option, so for PvE, arrowhead break, extended mag, rewind, rounds, and hatchling would be good. And of course, this one is a strand weapon. So arrowhead break greatly controls the recoil and increases the handling speed. Extended mag greatly increases magazine size and greatly decreases reload speed and increases airborne effectiveness. Rewind rounds is where the weapon's magazine is empty and it refills from reserves based on the number of hits. Then we've got hatchling, so precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with non-precision weapon spawns a threadling at the target's location. So Old Sterling is a world drop weapon. It can drop from pretty much any activity that offers legendary engrams or prime engrams. They are a good source as well. It's difficult to target this one, so your best bet might be going to Banshee 44 when he's selling it. So he does sell world drop weapons, and his inventory resets on Tuesday, and you can find him in the tower. Next up, we have another exotic choice, and this one is the Centrifuse. It's an exotic energy auto rifle with the exotic perks Overcharge Capacitor. For sprinting, sliding and firing the weapon builds a temporary electrostatic charge, increasing range and reload speed. And final blows with a high charge cause explosions, and also maximum charge explosions blind targets. We've also got regenerative motion, so sprinting gradually reloads the weapon. Well, if you missed out on this one earlier on when it was available as a seasonal exotic, you can get this one from the exotic kiosk, and that is the Monument 2 Lost Lights in the tower, and you can find it next to your vault. Next up, we've got one of my favourites, although I think it is one of the ugliest weapons in the game, is the Perpetual Alis. This one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with an adaptive frame, meaning it's got a well-rounded grip, it's reliable, and it's sturdy. The origin trait here is Noble Deeds, and that is where the weapon gains charges after assisting allies with revives, healing, overshields, or subclass buffs. And defeating targets consumes charges, and while charged, the weapon gains bonus handling and also reload speed as well. For PvE, Arrowhead Break, Tactical Mag, Envious Assassin, and Hatchling. So Arrowhead Break greatly controls the recoil and increases the handling speed. Tactical Mag slightly increases stability, increases reload speed, and slightly increases magazine size. You've got Envious Assassin, so rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one transfers ammo to the magazine from reserves, and this effect can overflow the magazine based on the number of targets defeated. Then we've got Hatchling, so precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with a non-precision weapon spawns a threadling at the target's location. So to get Perpetual Alis, you can play that seasonal activity Defiance Battlegrounds. You can use the Defiance keys to open up the chests at the end. So this was a few seasons ago, and also this weapon is going to go away at the end of Lightfall. So I would jump in before February 2024 and make sure you get a good roll of Perpetual Alis. Also, it's craftable as well, so it's well worth getting this one, so keep an eye out for a good roll. Well, next up, we've got the Amit AR2. This one is a legendary energy auto rifle with a precision frame, meaning the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. For PvE, Arrowhead Break, Flared Magwell, Ambitious Assassin, and Incandescent would be very, very good indeed. Arrowhead Break greatly controls the recoil and increases the handling speed. Flared Magwell slightly increases stability and greatly increases reload speed. Ambitious Assassin is where overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. Then you got Incandescent, so defeating a target spreads Scorch to those nearby. More powerful combatants than bows and guardians cause Scorch in a larger radius. This one is a well-dropped weapon, but you can also get it from the crafting tutorial on Savathun's Throne World. Next up, we've got another exotic choice, and this one has one of the best catalysts in the game. This one is Monte Carlo, so it's an exotic kinetic auto rifle, and it has the exotic perks Monte Carlo method, so dealing damage with the weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. Then we got Markov Chain, so the weapon gains increased damage and melee kills and kills of the weapon. Melee kills grant ammo for the weapon. So Monte Carlo method is a really great perk to combine with melee builds as it reduces the melee cooldown, allowing you to get back that ability nice and fast. We also have that excellent catalyst now that you can stab enemies with the knife part of the weapon, so it works much like a glaive. And you can pick this weapon up from Zur or from exotic engrams. Well, next up, we've got my absolute favourite legendary auto rifle in the game, and this one is Rufus's Fury. So this one is a legendary kinetic auto rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning deeper ammo reserves, plus it deals strand damage. Slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. This one comes with the origin trait Harmonic Resonance, so equipping multiple weapons from this set grants the weapon increased reload speed and handling, also deals increased damage against Tormentors, Lucent Hive, and Guardians with their supers. This one is more of a PvE weapon, so Arrowhead Break, Appended Mag, Reconstruction, and Target Lock would be good. So Arrowhead Break greatly controls the recoil and increases the handling speed. High caliber rounds increases range. Reconstruction is where the weapon slowly reloads itself over time up to double capacity. And Target Lock is where damage increases the longer the weapon remains on a target. Hatchling is also a good perk for PvE, and that is a good alternative to Target Lock. To get this one, you'll need to run the Root of Nightmares raid in Destiny 2, and that is on Nia Muna, of course. It can drop from the third encounter and the final encounter, and once you've got hold of it, you can get it from the secret chest in the raid. Well, we've reached number 1, so this one is the best auto rifle in Destiny 2 right now. It's another exotic version, and this one is Quicksilver Storm. So it's an exotic kinetic auto rifle, and it comes with the perks Rocket Tracers. Landing multiple hits turns your next shot into a homing micro missile. We've got Grenade Chaser. Landing multiple rockets loads a grenade, and you can switch it to the grenade launcher mode. So this exotic auto rifle feels absolutely fantastic. It's got great stability stats at 85, so it feels really solid. And also it can work with some champion mods as well. We've got a decent catalyst for this one too. You get a new perk called Nano Entanglement, and the effect of this is to turn Quicksilver Storm's weapon damage into strand, and final blows of the grenades also create tangles. So really good for strand builds, and another good way to make tangles, which is always good. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think about the top 10 auto rifles in Destiny 2, and let me know if you think I've missed anything from this list. I would love to hear from you, but let me know in the comments what you think about this top 10 list of auto rifles. But that is it for this guide for the best auto rifles in Destiny 2. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you real soon.